You best start believing in ghost stories, Miss Turner. You're in one.
What's up, dudes? Max here, and the day is finally arrived. Spinal, the latest character for Killer Instinct, is available. He's out now, and oh my god, this guy is way harder to use than I anticipated. So, I think Spinal's actually one of the most technical characters in Killer Instinct right now, and actually getting really good with him is tough. But here is a brief tutorial that I'm going to cover, going over the things that Spinal can do and some of the stuff that you should look out for when we start off. So let's get this thing going. Spinal, as you guys might know, is a character that has manipulation. He can manipulate the screen, he can manipulate the way he uses meter, and he can suck powers from people. One of the best tools that he has right now is Backlight Punch. This one's called the Power Devour, and as an example, let's have Jago just throw a fireball and woof, you get a skull. These skulls are used for a variety of things, but just to let you know, they're really good for his fireballs. His fireballs are absolutely amazing. They go up in one direction, they go horizontally across the screen, and that one has really good frames, and there's a low one that goes slower but doesn't have as good of frames. These things are really good, and let's show you how exactly you should be using them. Check this out. Every time one of them hits the opponent, they go into a curse mode. And if you notice what's happening on the bottom, his meter is being stolen and it's actually being distributed to me. That's pretty freaking crazy. Now let's get a few skulls. To get more skulls, you do his Fireball Ender. At that point, you're going to be grifted with as many skulls as I believe your Ender slots amount. So if it's like a level 4 Ender, I believe it gives you max skulls. As you can tell, you can put 3 of these on the screen at any point, and if all 3 of them hit your opponent, that actually just freaking comboed. Look at the meter Dude, his meter is being sucked so fast, I would make a really horrible reference, but I'm not going to. Spinal's normals kinda suck. I hate to break it to you guys, but a lot of characters in Killer Instinct are defined by how good their normal attacks are. Saberwolf and Jago have amazing normals, and that's what makes them really good. Spinal's gonna have a little bit of trouble in this arsenal. Just because he doesn't have good normals doesn't mean he's terrible by any means. You just have to play him a lot differently, which makes him really different. So let's look at him. Light punch, medium punch, heavy punch, light kick, medium kick, heavy kick. And the few that you're going to use a lot are probably crouching light punch or standing light punch, medium punch, and standing heavy punch. These are really good. Down and heavy kick is also a slide, and you can cancel that into doubles, which is fantastico. You can also go right into linkers and stuff like that. The ones that really help are this mid-range distance. Right here, this little sweet spot right here is where Spinal is amazing. You can tell that his heavy kick and his heavy punch actually reach this distance, and you can cancel it into stuff to get other special moves. Now this is the real sweet spot for Spinal, and I personally think that Spinal actually plays a lot like I play Jago. I play Jago from this like mid-screen distance where you have like the character right here and here, and he slaps you and throws out fireballs. Spinal pretty much does the exact same thing. From this distance, you go into other things, you can set up stuff, and from that point forward, he pretty much is like this mid-range character. You can go from a low to a high, and teleport behind and do stuff! Oh my god, it's insane! And check this out. His instinct is actually now going to mine. The blue orb sucks meter, and the red orb around him, or the orange orb, gives me instinct. And what's crazy is that you can actually get a lot of this. So Spinal's instinct gives him naturally all skulls, and they regen after a period of time. Check this out. Let's give him a super curse. Look how much meter I have. And also check this out. Oh, I think he might die from this. Look how quickly I might be gaining instinct. Actually, I'm not losing any instinct at all in that moment when he's cursed. That's freaking crazy. It means that you can actually set up things, and I haven't figured out how to exactly do it yet, but you can actually set up situations where you can have instinct for an extra, like, 10 seconds, depending on your combo. That's freaking insane, because Spinal is amazing with these skulls. Besides, let's go and just KO Jago really quick. Besides actually using the skulls as fireballs, which is their main utility, the skulls change and manipulate certain special moves. So the heavy version of his sword, his heavy shoulder, those things are actually changed based off the skull. And let me show you exactly how that is. So let's get some more skulls really quick. Alright, level 4 Ender will give me a total of 4 skulls. So that's good, it means it doesn't give you 5. So check this out. When you have multiple skulls, let's do the heavy sword in this situation. So you get this double attack, this double version, and from what I can tell, this version has extremely good positive frames. If you do the fireballs, you get the usual fireball stuff. Let's try the, actually to show this one off, I think I might have to do something. This one, or his shoulder, normally is just a regular move. I don't even know if this low crushes it. It might not. But one thing that happens to it when you actually use the skull version is it goes through fireballs. Right freaking through it. Pretty freaking good. As of right now, Spinal's dive kick would seem like it's one of the greatest things in the game, but to be honest, it's only okay. Let me see if I can set this up. Pretty freaking punishable. It's not that amazing, but you treat it as a poking tool. Like in the situation like this, and you can go for stuff. I think if you hit him right on the tip of the foot, it's safe. But if you hit it within a certain frame that's below where you land to the ground faster, you recover quicker, and it makes the dive kick technically safe. So Spinal right now is what I assume to be a mid to long range character. He's also got some pretty good tools as a result of the run. So the run is just forward, and you come lunging forward across the entire screen, and there's a small bit of recovery. But you can cancel it into normals, you can cancel it into specials, and stuff like that. What I like about the run is that you set something up like this, where you throw a low fireball, chase that shit down, and then run in and get him. Back heavy punch is an overhead, and you can cancel the overhead really similar to Jago's into stuff to get things. Not bad. Not bad at all. Well, there's also crazy stuff that you can do, like, I'm going to throw this out, and I'm going to run over here, and I'm going to cram this out. What is going on? That's the crazy thing about Spinal. Let's talk a little bit about his teleport before we go into anything further. His teleport acts relative to where he is on the screen. As an example, if I'm right next to Jago and I press the light kick teleport, well, that is his EX, never mind. Press the light kick teleport, he's going to jump back slightly, like mid-screen. So from here, he goes back like 2 character lengths. If I do the medium one, he actually goes right in front of him. This also applies anywhere on the screen. Light goes 2 lengths away, medium goes right in front of him. And the heavy one goes right behind. The teleport is kind of punishable if you don't make it safe or like have your opponent realize that, hey, I'm teleporting all the time, look at this stuff. He can easily just grab you out of it and chuck you. There is a way to make the teleport technically safe, and that's with the use of skulls. Skulls for the teleport is probably one of the best use of skulls in my opinion because it's an amazing mix-up tool. If you do the heavy teleport, you actually are able to make it special cancelable if you have a skull. Remember how we said how skulls manipulate the way that certain heavy versions of moves work? This also applies to the teleport. Check this out. Did you see how fast that was? That happened really freaking quick. And if you cancel it into like 2 skulls, or if you want to use 2 skulls for something that's almost entirely safe, check this out. That's pretty damn good, because the heavy version of his sword, the double hitting one, is actually, I think, +3 or 4 on block. It's super good, but it uses a skull, and you can use skulls really fast if you aren't like careful of how you use them with the heavy versions. But oh my god, the mix-up potential, it's freaking insane. Let's build a few more skulls just to give you guys an example of how insane this actually gets. There's a few. So you can actually cancel teleport into teleport. Look at this. And all my skulls are gone, but that was great. That was freaking awesome. I love it. Spinal right now is, in my opinion, one of the more difficult to use characters in the game, but he's a lot of fun. Before we go any further, let's talk about his spectral doubles, but let's look at his ultra first. Nice. Just like in the trailer, the Kraken comes out at the end. I like it. The thing that before we go that we need to cover is how he's able to add a single manual hit at the end of a lot of his combos. And this isn't a difficult manual, although sometimes kind of predictable because it's going to come after certain parts and there's a very noticeable delay. You can actually add a manual without having to learn crazy frame timing and stuff like that, and that's a result of Spectral manuals. Check this out! So if I go into a double into a regular manual like a heavy, or a regular double like heavy, you get 2 hits like usual. But if I keep pressing the heavy punch, you get the X-Bone. That's right, Spinal is officially the mascot of the Xbox One. He has an X-Bone. Hacha! If you do the heavy kick version, you get the similar one. an extra Spectral double, and you break these just like you would break manuals or heavy doubles with heavy punch and heavy kick. If I do the medium one, it looks a little bit different. It's like a little small uppercut. And the light one happens really damn fast. My god, that's really quick. And all of these are breakable similar to the fashion of regular manuals and stuff like that. So, Spinal right now is looking to be pretty freaking good. There's a lot of different things that you can set up with this character as far as getting what you want. And I think a lot of the times what you're going to want to do is do things like this. End of round, right? But I'm sucking his instinct in between rounds. That is extremely powerful. Let's also build a, let's get some skulls with Spinal. Check this out. No, 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 no. And he gets full skulls off of that. That's freaking fantastic. If you set up a lot of different ways to get the most from your opponent, cursing your opponent is pretty much the best thing you can do with Spinal. Because a lot of characters ride on the fact that their instincts are amazing. Jago recovers health from his. Sadira sets up for almost unblockable and unbreakable type stuff with hers. It's very difficult to do something about these instinct things, and Spinal can actually stop it if you're smart. Here's a quick example. Spinal can also set up things with his launcher ender. Very basic launcher ender, kind of similar to Jago's, but as a result of this, you're putting them in the air and they're susceptible to a whole assload of curses. Even if you have a very small opener to ender situation, look what you can do. Right now, I am sucking both his instinct and his meter if he doesn't touch me. You can actually lose your curse ability if you ever get touched, though. If you're blocking, that's different. You can actually block attacks, and you're still gonna absorb all their stuff. But if you ever actually get hit, the curse goes away. So at some points, you're gonna have to learn a lot of defense with Spinal because it's gonna be really important to ride out the curse as long as possible. And for that little bit of a suck period, we actually absorbed over 25% of Jago's Shadow Meter. Let me build a little bit of a Shadow Bar with Spinal by having Jago block a little bit. Look how fast that builds. Oh my god. Oh my god. The amount of suck power also changes if you're in instinct. So if we take a look here. And now it's going down even faster than it was before. It looks like suck power is changed depending if you're in instinct mode, which makes it really good. Spinal's freaking crazy. Like, this character kind of breaks the rules of Killer Instinct, and he almost makes the game look completely different. Let me know what you guys think about Spinal in the comments below, because right now, I'm only grasping, I think, the tip of what this character can actually do. Just the tip. And there's so much more out there. So thank you dudes very much for watching. How are you enjoying Spinal right now? But stay tuned, because immediately after this, I'm going to start looking at all the different extra character costumes and accessories that came out. We saw Saberwolf and Glacius drop today. Oh my god, Color 6 on Saberwolf. You know what's going to happen. My name is Maximilian. Thank you dudes very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.